Yep. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. If you like what we doing, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want notifications to feel what I'm doing, feeling my vibe, don't forget to subscribe. This is home. We taking it back to New York. We taking it to Harlem. Because I know you see the young man in the camera with me. The new podcast, No Funny Shit, straight from your boys from Harlem. So far, it's been dropping every week.
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of guests that comes, guest appearance. You have a great podcast hosting, co-hosting going on. And with that being said, we going to get into this young man.
Shouts to my boy Twist, man. Shouts to you, Ty. I want to say it's an honor, it's a blessing to be on your part of your program, bro. I appreciate you. They don't know, man, you grew up together. So shouts to that, man. You know, I see you doing your thing or whatever, and I'm honored to be on your platform, B.
Thank you.
I got my own thing going on. Shouts to the No Funny Shit show. You already know. We occasionally we pop out every now and then. You know what I mean? I got an interview later on tonight, so that's another story. But yo, I just want to say, like, I'm proud of you, bro. I know you're proud of me, but I'm proud of you. I see your growth and everything, and you know it wasn't easy in these streets for us. You know what I mean? Even though we went from 185s to 208s to Watleys, so like, shouts to Watley, man. I think Watley made you a man.
Too.
We're gonna get into a little bit of everything. So
little bit of everything. But before we even get into a little bit of everything, let's do the pour out or pour up. Who you want to pour out for? Who you want to pour up for?
Yo, pour up for me right now. I can't even drink right now. Pour up for me right now. I got a little cold, but that's another story. But pour up for me right now. I want to give a shout out to the fam, man, your family, everybody who's making it through the day, man, doing what they got to do. The 9 to 5, the working people, the ladies out there that's struggling, trying to make it out. You know what I mean? Everybody, we're gonna pour for that.
Great. So we do
Pour up.
There it is. Pour out for everything. Pour out for DP. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard what he said. Like, this is a nostalgic moment for me. I know that we have a lot of guests, but this is one of those. Like, I don't want to oversell it because you guys see this guy on the television, on the YouTube screen, and all these podcasts, and like, you know, you got a lot of people who kind of like want to say like, yeah, I know that guy or I know this person now, but like, in between the years, you know, we've always kept in touch.
Wasn't I always the same too? I was always the same. I ain't changed.
No,
I ain't changed.
You did not change. The thing is that like, you know, when people get a taste of that stardom like that, they do, and you haven't. You still you. You give your flowers when you're on the TV. It's genuine love that you're a fan of these people. You support these people. A lot of people you don't see that type of hypeness to still sit with someone and still be excited for them. Like that's something that like people lose. And like if people who watch you, they would see that like you still have that excitement in you. Like you're not afraid to give another man his flowers and give him like praise. Like, yo, I fucks with you. I love what you're doing. Where we come from, too much of it is like you doing too much. Or like, all right, now you sucking dick.
Yeah, they say that.
As a grown man, we gotta be okay with giving another man some praise because you don't know what that could do for a motherfucker's heart, even if he winning. Just for someone to say, "Yo, I'm proud of you. I appreciate you. Like, yo, I fuss with you." That means a lot.
Nah, that ass. Real shit.
Me and you, we go back, way back. I know you got a lot of people you go back with because you come from the P's. Who is DP? Like, what's that mean? And how did it become you?
It's actually my initials. Actually, like my boy. I think you know him too. Alan.
Yeah, I know Alan.
Black Al. One day we was playing basketball. He just was like, yo, DP or whatever. Because he know my last name, of course. You know, we all grew up together. Me, you, Tyree Johnson. We know each other whole shit. Know what I mean? But that shit stuck for some reason. It was like Darren, then my last name. I was like, yo, DP? I like that. Yo, I got DP. So I just ran with that shit ever, you know what I mean? Ever since. Know what I mean? My shit, I got different aliases now, though. My shit go crazy
You
now.
do?
Float. Yeah, man. I got a little bit of everything right now. So
Okay, I mean, shit. I just
yeah,
always knew you as DP, and I was just like, oh,
yeah.
it made
Huh?
sense. Like, all right. I mean, for me, I was not rolling with TJ. That
Nah,
just didn't
yeah.
rock.
Some nicknames don't fit people. You like,
Yeah,
yo,
nah, it just didn't do
I
it. But
like Ty.
DP works.
I like Ty for you.
Taz
Ty.
something that like it was cool, like yeah, Taz. I was like, I loved it. Everybody from like my heyday, that's what it was. But as I got older, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, let's spin it a little bit. Mine's
Yeah.
actually came from the block, and they just was like, yo, this guy's quiet, but then the next minute he could be like a fucking turn up motherfucker. We gonna call him Twist. Let's call him Twist, and I'm like, I ran with it, but. Like if you like more close and personal with me, it is Ty. Like you think I'm calling you Twist, like Ty,
Yeah,
but like
Ty. Yo,
even
Ty.
yeah, so it's like you'll know different generation who you are. It's like, all right, you call me Todd, that means you from back then. You call me Twist, that means like you from the other side. Like I get it.
Facts.
Let's talk about like before because you actually been funny for your whole life. You're
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
funny motherfucker naturally.
yeah.
You very energetic. You always been like even back when we was still in elementary school, like first grade. Being that you're naturally funny,
Mhm.
do you think that people take you less serious?
I don't look at it like that because you're gonna find out then. You know what I mean? Like we all at the at an age in our life where it's like, all right, we grown. You a man first, a
Okay.
father. I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? So tread lightly with that. You know what I mean? It's all right for a person to be playful a little bit, or not even playful, because I'm not playful. But you know what I mean? Just look at life different. Look at life for the happiness in it, or the funniness in certain things. You know what I mean? That's how I kind of live my life. It's how I look at stuff. I don't try to take life serious as much. Let's look at the positive. Let's look at something. How can this make people feel better than what it is? That's how I look at shit.
Even when we were younger, you always say like, "I want to make people's day brighter," but at the
Facts.
same time, you
Facts.
cutting people ass.
Yeah,
Pause
yeah,
for
yeah.
that one, but roasting. We're gonna get
Love
into
it.
that. But
Don't
I
let
just
don't
always
kill.
wonder, like, for the funny, natural people, is like, do you feel like people don't take you seriously at all? Because like, oh, you motherfuckers always
Nah,
think
people.
something's a joke.
Yo, it's crazy. I'll be telling my son, like, I tell my little man something, and he'll laugh, probably because of my face expression or whatever. Because I
Hmm.
always had that, like, you know what I mean? That look where, like, things like, yo, damn, like, I wear everything on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
you gonna know if everything, if I'm sick, if this, if I'm not feeling right, if I'm happy, and like I wear that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
But
that's
I say that to say, like, it's gonna be some people you come across that's not even thinking like that. You know what I mean? Why would I want to make this happy person mad? Why would I want to test him? Why would I want to? You know what I mean? Why do that? You know what I'm saying? And then you
absolutely.
got to question yourself, because you got to think like, why would you want to get me there? You know what I'm saying? That's for anybody. You know what I mean?
Let's get a little bit into the show. But before the show, like you was a natural funny person.
Yeah.
Social media comes around. I mean, we had the Facebooks, we had the Skonexes, we had what else we had out there? The Vine. But you pop up on Instagram now. Like I'm realizing what you're doing. I'm like, oh God, he about to take it there. He
Yeah.
about to take it there. Like you started off doing skits. You do skits and movies like you did Above the Rim.
Mm-hmm.
Then you like you just doing like you talking on political stuff, but you like actually make people think. And I'm like some of the material that I watched. I'm like if they not really paying attention to what you're saying, they'll go over someone's head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
only
shit.
people who know you will know. It's like you use your laughter to actually get something like imperative across.
Sometimes you get it. You could get to a person better when they see the theatrics, the illustrations.
Mm,
You know what I mean? It's like reading a book. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Sometimes a person need more than just words. A person need the illustrations. They need to see it. They got to see it. So
Mm,
sometimes that help. When I talk, there's always something that's like some part of wisdom with it. I'm always
mm-hmm.
give you a lesson with it. It ain't gonna be just straight out goofy, straight out, you know what I mean, unnatural. I can't move like that. Shout out
Um,
to No Funny Shit Show. We here.
Shout out to No Funny Shit. Shout out to No Funny Shit show. What
Mm-hmm.
made you start doing skits?
I always did skits. Like I was doing skits ever since I was 12 years old. Like I would get my siblings and all that, and I watch kung fu because I always watch like kung fu movies and all that. So when I do that, I'll be like, yo, I get my sister up, yo, do this. Like, nah, stay there. Let me fake hit you. I could do the sounds. Like I used to do all that shit, get my cousins and all that. So it was always in me to do that. And that comes from the movies I watch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Watching VHS, the karate movie. So I'm looking at shit and I'm like, yo, I could make my own thing. It was always in me. Ever since even when I knew you. And you know, we grew up together. So I always wanted to do it, but I wouldn't know how to grab y'all niggas up and do that shit and to a weight and all that. And like I wouldn't know, but it was always in my head. So when IG came about, I was like, oh shit. Even before IG, I
Okay.
was doing it on the Vines and all that. Like I do little shit, but it was just something in me. Like yo, it's something about skits, like little short things and short movie clips I could do, or I could see a
Mm-hmm.
movie and I could embody myself as in that. You know what I mean? To
Mm-hmm.
where, or I'm gonna make it my way. That's how I always did it. Like I always looked at stuff like, what would I do in that situation and shit. Or but once IG
Mm-hmm.
came, it was like, it was more so like it was going for me.
Did you know that you were going to have the impact that you had on people? Like people actually went on Instagram to actually watch you talk about things, do skits, and you're at work, mind you. Like you're
Yeah,
at
yeah,
work,
yeah, yeah,
clocking
yeah.
in, and you working, and
And I'm
people
working.
actually, yeah, people tuned into you. Did you know that you were going to have that much of influence?
Nah, I can't even say that. But I like I get a I get a kick off me. You know what I mean? Because look, I never looked at it like that. I talk to myself, Ty. When a person might look at me like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, that's DP. But I always was in my own shit. So I'll be like, yo, it's nothing to do right now. I'm at my job. No, I could do a skit. I could just have the camera, just do something, just be me or whatever. It lets out my frustrations, my inner self when I'm near. And there's nothing to do, but I'm getting money too still. So I don't know. It's
Mm-hmm.
just something about that. You know what I mean? Like I think the best come out of me when I'm feeling good to when I'm happy. Or
Mm-hmm.
when I'm feeling good.
And you disappeared. I'm gonna jog your memory. I'm gonna see if you remember this. Because I was actually a supporter of the skits too. One day you was outside. You was in front
Mm-hmm.
of a building, and you start talking to someone out there, and we watching this, and the view count is going up, and like we can't tell if you being serious or not, but then you could tell it got serious. I think some dudes were trying to lie you or something was going on. And you like, yo, they don't know me. I'm telling you, like, yo, they doing some stuff. You like, all right, watch this. And you say, yo, if I don't come back, like y'all know, you click the phone off. And then
Mm-hmm.
like everybody was just, I'm just like, oh shit, I hope you're alright. You just kept like you like, I know, yeah, I see y'all niggas scream. So I'm like, oh, um I was viewing that, you cut the camera off. I mean, eventually, like a day later, you came back. But
Yo,
I
you
just wanted to
remember
know,
that shit.
like,
What
you remember
happened?
that?
Yeah, yeah, man. Like I got into a few situations. Luckily, um, it was a female. She let me in her crib and all that.
Okay.
So it was, you know what I mean? It was a few situations I was in. I was like, yo, damn. The next day, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking, man? I can't move like that. Like I can't do that no more. Word. But
Mm,
I had a lot of instances where it was nasty. Well, I look back at it now and I'm like, yo, damn, I can't be as clumsy or not focused. You know what I mean?
yeah. It was
Yeah.
scary being a viewer that was watching that. Like you someone I know, and you actually someone that I enjoyed watching. So like I'm pretty sure anyone else who remembered that actual day is like they cause you could see the comments going crazy. Like yo, where you at? Yo, I'm gonna pop up over there. Fuck them motherfuckers, DP. Like so, it was
Yeah.
getting scarce in there. I was like, oh shit. Like like thank God we didn't hear anything. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't incriminate yourself or whatever. Whatever happened off that camera happened. But you made it
Yeah.
safe. There's also to where after that, probably like a few weeks. Like I know you started talking about podcasting, you were talking about doing shows. People were praising you like, yo, you need to get a platform. You need to get a platform. And then you disappeared. You disappeared, but I would see you on the CC show. I'll see you on CC's platform joking and stuff. We'll get into the joke culture, but you wouldn't come on your own lives anymore. What was the disappearance for?
I was getting blocked, Ty. I ain't gonna lie. They was blocking me. Like certain shit I was saying wasn't like it was too much. It was too, you know what I mean, too extreme for the
Okay,
ears, you know what I mean, for the viewers. I was wilding,
you
you
was
know what I'm
lying.
saying? So they took my page away. I remember like yesterday. This is my third IG page. Probably no, my fourth. But yeah, but I was just wilding. So that was that. So one day I was just like, yo, damn. You know what I mean? I can't go live no more. I can't do shit. Like my account frozen. Fuck it. So one day I saw CC went live or whatever. CC wrote me like, yo, turn this shit up. And that's what I did. Like I was like, you know what? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Had to, you know what I mean? Put the book bag on, go crazy. I never worried. Like I never like some people let this shit get to them and they feel like they gotta have this thing where they don't take L's or they, you know what I mean? That's what makes you an artist, taking L's and learning from it and shit and reshaping your brand or whatever. So for me, I'm feed out with this. I'm not looking at the certain shit people look at, you know what I mean? And I feel like when you feed out with stuff, when I say feed out, I mean you're not you moving different. You not worried about nothing. All you see is you. All you see is what you got going on, and
Mm-hmm.
you create off that because you're not looking at other shit that might. You know what I mean? I'll be blocking people, bro.
Yeah.
Anything that get in the way of my talent, or even if a person, I could be on the phone and I could be thinking about something, my next move, and you make me forget was saying something. I hang up on you. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, thank
Let me.
God I never had to have that. You'll be like, yo,
I don't
good
know.
in
I'm such
time.
a art. I think like that. Like I look at and I view things like that. Word. That's how it is for me, bro. Cause this
Nah,
shit I'm doing is really like art. I looked
yeah,
at
it's
it. I had
art.
to look at my body of work. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like everything is like it's and it's gonna manifest.
Mm-hmm.
How can you not like reject that shit? You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
you magnificent. And now let's get into that part. So you leave, you get blocked. I had no idea. I just thought you was working overtime behind the scenes. I still would hit you up like, yo, what up, DP? Happy holidays and
Yeah.
stuff. And that'll be our thing. And I would see you on CC show. Shout out to CC. He's another one. I've always been proud of him. I don't know him. I know that's like I think you guys are cousins or that's your
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, that's
But
family.
he's from the projects too. I've seen him on different. He's done a lot of things too. But you'll be on his platform so people see you. But then
Mm-hmm.
on your platform is dry. But I would see people in the comments wherever you show up at like, yo, DP, get back on live. DP, do this. Then I just don't see you at all. I'll just see you like you'll probably jump on CC show, do some joking, roasting challenges, but like you were fading out, and then I didn't see you anymore, like at all. And then boom, you pop up. So here now you pop up on the scene with a podcast. You
Mm-hmm.
pop up, and this is crazy because I was telling you off air. I was just like, I had a podcast, and I was just like, yo, you know what? Like, I didn't know what direction I was going. I know I wanted to do mental health, and I was just like, it channeled me to be like, yo, get DP, because you've always been funny, and you could talk about some serious topics and make it
Mm-hmm.
fun. So I'm like, I gotta have my boy. And as I'm hitting you up, I started to look at your things and I'm seeing you have clips. And I'm like, oh, this boy got a whole ass show out here. That's
Yeah.
cool. So I start watching it and I'm watching automatically. You guys are doing numbers. Flowers to that. I love the show. I love its authenticity. I love the direction. How did the show start?
Everything came naturally for us. Like we looked at it. Shouts to KP. KP is the my other co-host.
Yeah, shout out to K.
Shouts to Shin. Shouts to Fly. Shouts to all JR. Those are the producers. Ty, he produced. Those are our head guys. Like that's like, yo, we gonna take this and we gonna just go here with it. So shouts to them, man. But it's crazy because me and KP, what we did was we would be chilling on the block, coming up with jokes, doing a little bit of everything. Everything stupid and silly that we could use this and put this shit together towards something. You know what I mean? So that's how it became No Funny Shit. And KP came up with the name. He said, yo, no funny shit. Everything ain't always funny. Yo, that's it right there, man. Let's do this.
That's
Let's
it.
put the money together. Let's do this. Let's do this. Shout out to our reps too. Shout out to Shin. Shout out to JR, man. Shout out to Fly. I look at shit like you gonna fuck with it. You gonna see me one
Yes.
way. You gonna see it. You can't stop that shit. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. When you have that mindset and not thinking about failure, and when you see just your tunnel, you're gonna make mistakes, but
Mm-hmm.
just bounce back from it. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself you never ever gonna look stupid again.
You guys have a heavy comic section. Um, Between IG and all the other things that you've been doing, you're used to an audience. Even in person, I've seen you in action. Um, do the hateful trolling or the hateful comments do it ever get to you? Do you even read the comments?
You read everything, you can't help but see the shit. I don't when I go live, I don't take the comments off. I mean, people gonna talk, people gonna say whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop that for real. But you
Mm.
can if you block them. Yo, that shit is like it's not
Just block
it's
them.
not it's not about it's about honestly life is your path and what you do to how you navigate through life. Whether you get people out of there by blocking them, if that helps you and what you got going on take off, do that.
Hmm. Negative energy, like it drains you. So you got to focus on what the positive. But I also feel like the haters and the people who congratulate, they both are doing the same thing. They're giving you energy, whether it's negative or positive. But like
Mm-hmm.
even bad support is good support. That's how I look at it now. My first comment was a bad comment, and I erased it. And I was like, you know what? I couldn't take it because it was just that one comment that just was sitting there. Because I don't get, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
now starting to get, rhythm with the comments, and I'm starting to get community. But at the time, I didn't have anything. It said something out about shut your dumb ass up with your little 15 subscribers and shit. And I was like,
Oh
oh
shit.
wow. So
Oh
like I
shit.
was like, as soon as I seen it, I took it off. But
Mm-hmm.
when I look at it now, is that I feel like I should have left that there, because that would have gave me like more like energy to go harder. And
And get
you
more.
have to be
Yeah.
able to take those comments, and I wasn't able to understand it because like I was still new to it. But like now, if I got like bad bashing comments in there, I'll leave it there. I'll even like it too.
Comments, you might see some shit. People gonna joke. People gonna snap on you. Whatever. You can't help that. You can't block the world and shit. You can't do all that. But like I'm talking about for a personal aspect, it's me. Like I block shit that's in my way or in my path. Like as far as like phone and like you know what I mean. Just getting away from negative energy, negative thoughts. Whether it's around me, close. Like I block it.
With the selection of guests, like who's over that?
It's basically through everybody likeness. Everybody, we all come together. Who you know, who you know, who you know. All right. You know 15 people, influencers, whether they famous. You know 10 people, whether they influence famous. You know them. Now, what we going to do is we going to get all this together and we going to hit them up and we going
Mm.
to schedule dates. It's easy. We all in one group chat. And that's another thing that brings me to my other thing I wanted to talk about. People not willing to say, you know what? I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna hear you out. You know what? Oh shit! I ain't think about that. Yo, that's true. We could do that because that's when it comes down to like I might have something. that I'm thinking about, and my partner might be like, nah, but that's this right here. But sometimes it take me to go, you know what? I see what you mean.
Okay.
Like, and that's okay. That's okay too. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
and we all working towards a common goal. Everything else is endless. Everything else is just green. That's all you see. You see a big hoop. You don't see misses. Of course, you're going. You know what I mean? Come short sometimes.
Partnerships are never easy, like everyone has like a, different state of mind. People have a different version of how they want to execute stuff. But as long as you understand as partners that you guys are trying to stay within a direction, you hit that
It's
right
a
on the
goal.
money. It's a goal. As long as
Yeah.
we have that common goal, no matter how we disagree or might not see eye to eye during the conversation piece, as long as we were still able to execute it, that's all that
hmm
matters.
That's a
So
fact.
far, you guys are executing it.
Word.
You guys are executing it. I love it. I'm so excited. You know how you get excited when you see somebody that you know, like
Yeah.
from before they were adults and had to do things on their own. Like I'm talking about nappy headed, didn't really have money, or like
hmm
was outside as a kid type of shit. You see them do things like that. It does something for you more personally.
hmm
So I can only imagine like some of the people like yourself, and then I got like other gentlemen, other homegirls that's doing things on major platforms that like I'm like yo, that's them right there. Like it's cool
hmm
in a genuine sense. I know how like people that's related to athletes or rap artists and stuff, how like they're happy to see them, but it's also like you don't have the same starstruck as someone who don't even have relation to where it's like, oh shit, Will Smith. But like
Yeah.
someone who's related to Will Smith's gonna be like, yo, I fucks with that. What's up,
Yeah.
Will?
Yeah. Yeah.
You had
Yo.
Dwight Howard. You had some of the ASAP mob up there. You've had some people who actually have influence. You actually have people who are icons. Was it someone that you was like, oh shit, they coming up here? I can't believe I'm interviewing this person. Like, did you have any like starstruck moment yet?
Nah, I can't say I have. I don't know. I don't know. I I never had that feeling before. Like I ain't gonna lie. If now Michael Jordan or something, I don't know. RP Mike Jack. If it was one of
Like,
those, probably it'd be like, oh shit. And we from New York, so I feel like
right.
we don't be getting too starstruck too much.
Mhm. The only starstruck, like I've been keeping a buck. Like the only time I really got starstruck was like when I first saw Fabulous. But
Oh shit.
I ain't go crazy. But I was young still, and I was just like, he just walked by like it was cool. Like yo, what up, bro? I was like, yo, what up, fam? Shit. Like damn, I could have said something better than this.
Could
Yeah,
nah,
I
it'd be
just
like
like
that
the
though.
way I said it, my voice. Yo, what up,
And he your favorite. He your favorite rapper, so it'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like he is my favorite rapper. So I was like, oh, but I'm like, shit, like damn, I could have done something better. Like fuck it, but I could definitely see y'all having him on y'all platform. I could see a lot of people coming up there. This seemed like it actually started to go towards the culture. So like
yeah,
you got a lot of people from New York. Like you putting on for New York. You guys are on New York's neck. Like and you see people from out of states that are actually tuned in. And like, yes, you do see some comments where they talking about your interview styles and how you guys look, and it's easy to say stuff in the comments when you're not the person that's on the stage. Like, so
yeah.
we get that, but I also see a lot of flowers. I see a lot of flowers. I see them saying y'all done great, y'all doing good. Like I appreciate it, and I do appreciate it because I'm like watching my dreams come true, like my kid, like the inner kid of me happen in real time through one of my
hmm
peers. Like Dwight Howard, that's someone that like I actually do like. I watched him. I admire his game and his skills,
He's a good brother. Yeah.
and he's a good brother. I seen Primo and the money
Shouts to
challenges. I see
Primo.
them doing crazy and stuff, and I was like, oh shit, he's up there. Are you guys getting picked up?
We got some things in the works I can't disclose right now.
And
We got some.
I love that. Leave it there.
Yeah, yeah.
Leave
We
it
got
there.
some things in the works. You know
Cause
what
I
I
see
mean?
what's going on. I'm like, yo, Revolt TV or somebody, iHeart, do something. Like,
Shouts to
yeah.
Revolt. Shouts to iHeart. Shouts to all that.
Shout outs to all of them. How about like some of the like let's just say the inquiries about what people say. So I looked at the comment section. I have one. People are they tend to say something about your sitting posture. They say something
Oh
about your
yeah.
knees. Um, tell us what's going on with that because I know you see the comments. Like,
The couch is too small, yo. I got big, like I'm 6 feet. That shit is
yeah,
too. My like I can't. Yo, I could do a push up from sitting down. Like that shit is like it's too short. The couch is too small. So I find myself like my knees are touch. Like I'm
hmm
not gonna have my legs wide the fuck open. You know what I'm saying? So I tend to like, you know what I mean, lean on my knees. That's it. A nigga thought I was in a wheelchair, Ty. Like, nah, this niggas is
what?
crazy. They be wildin'. I be like,
That's
nah.
crazy.
So people will hit
Nah,
me up like, yo, is your knees, your legs all right? I be seeing little comments. I be like, yo, but it's the internet. You know they gonna talk. They gonna say that shit.
yeah. I mean, it's all right. I know better, and I know people who know you know better. But the people who don't, but they watch the channel, they're like, "Yo,
Yeah,
bro,
you know. Yeah.
see, I'm like, damn, they talking about boy up there with that. What's another one? Um, your energy. There's a lot of comments about you having like ADHD. You can't
Mm-hmm.
sit still.
Mm-hmm.
Like bipolar. Like you can be happy and then you're mad. Like
Mm-hmm.
what you gotta say like about that? Like
They ain't understand ODB. They ain't understand Silk the Shaka raps. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes it is an energy. Sometimes it is. I'm here for a reason with shit, the way I do it. And
mm-hmm.
that it can't be that way. Like, you know what I mean? That's just me. It'll never be another me. The way I do it, the way I handle everything is just different. I feel like when a person say that, yo, he moved too much or this, that, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? I sometimes you could take shit to consideration and be like, yo, let me move less. I look at it like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
can't please everybody. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I gotta do what was best for the show and what works for me at the end of the day.
you've always been energetic since we were kids.
Yeah, I
Like
was old.
that's
That's what I'm
what you
saying.
think.
Ty was always like this. You know what I mean? Little liquor might, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Might magnify it, but other than that, it's just me. It's just me.
Well, even if like whatever it is that people might feel like is distasteful to them, it's working for you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do it anyway. I don't care if I came up there like I had a big ass pimple on my shit, or I had like spinach between my teeth, or like I probably had like the worst outfit to some of you guys. You guys are watching me.
Hmm.
I'm putting on. Like
Yeah.
thank you for the support either way. And that's what I'm talking about with the support. Like you support me
Mm.
because obviously you took the time out to actually look at what I'm doing so you can do the comment in the first place. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
Thank
Yep.
you.
You
You know what I'm
they
saying?
gonna need something to talk about. They gonna
Yeah,
need
and
something to
that's
talk about.
that's what being a content creator is. You putting out content so people could talk about it.
Talk about
It's for
it.
you after it's for the audience. So you're doing great. I know you say you couldn't tell who's gonna start having their hands in the bag, or
Mm.
you guys expand like when you guys start doing like live shows and stuff. I know you got something
Shout
coming
outs.
up. I
Yep.
don't
Shout
want.
out.
I want to touch on that a little later, but
Mm-hmm.
are you guys planning on doing like other things?
Most definitely. You know, after the podcast, there's actual shit going on. Of course, there's
Mm-hmm.
movies.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to SOBs, man. We doing a show. It's gonna be a movie. I can't wait. It's gonna be the cat's out the bag, man. It's gonna be a fucking show for real. Like I'm gonna show my ass. Um, but other than that, yes, I see movies, man. I see movies. We're gonna shape this culture the right way. Ever
That'd be good.
since, yes, I feel like shit been going everywhere else. New York don't get that love. New York don't get that same praise as it used to. You know what I'm saying? Like bring movies back here. I'm big on that. You know what I mean? So
Big on that.
we gonna bring the positive out this shit and the money.
Heavy, heavy
You know?
on that. Like our
Yup.
culture is big. especially in New York. I did see we now let's touch a little bit on that because I did see on the episode that you guys were talking about different styles. I think the Primo one you guys touched a little bit about Harlem style and Brooklyn style and like
Hmm.
different area styles. And I know he made a statement about Harlem niggas in pink, like what we're wearing pink.
Yeah,
And I think like when you look at this era, like it's different from like how we came up. Like back then, you can tell the difference in the barrels because of the dress code.
yeah,
Everybody was like coordinated and fly in their own right, but you could tell the dress code. Like
yeah. It was different.
Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn, it was different. You could tell, but now since like a lot of social media came in on the table, and you have like people copying styles from different coasts or different areas, like everyone kind of almost got the same thing going.
I think the internet made everybody look the same, dress the same. It took away real character. I feel like back then and all that, even in the 80s or whatever, when you look at how people wore stuff, it was their lifestyle. It was like a real lifestyle thing.
Hmm.
um, the way you wear your hair, the aesthetics, the women, how they would have they fro hair, they have puffs. Like it was just a lifestyle added to. It was different. I think now everybody just see one thing and just everybody just go for that one thing. Everybody look the same. Javante Davis wore the camo with the North Face. Everybody got the coppers now with the camo. Like just watching and just copying is crazy. Just be different. You know what I mean? That shit is a lifestyle. Go the opposite way on purpose. You
Hmm.
build character that way. Blocking out shit and not always seeing everything and just focusing. You get creative.
Hmm. Yo, you hit that shit on money. I want to now. Let's dive more in. Let's take it to Harlem real fast.
Uh huh.
Let's take it to Harlem specifically. Now, I had a gentleman up. I did show you a little clip of like Pablo. He's another funny gentleman. He's from Grant Projects up on that side. And I told him, I'm like, yo, it would be something crazy to see you two collaborate one day. If it happens, it
Mm-hmm.
happens. But that shit would be a collaboration that no one knew that they needed. I'm gonna talk that into existence forever. Let's talk on growing up Harlem. Now, we have a stereotype of, everyone loves to dance and just dress and look flamboyant, and everybody dresses the same. It's a fashion place. It's fashion first and money is passion. Being in this joking culture when it comes to Harlem, do you feel like that messes with someone's mental, or does it you feel like it motivates people?
I think, especially in Harlem, it shapes you, cause you're gonna be like, all right, I'm outside. My friends got all this. Like your friends don't even have to have money for real. Like you know what I mean? They can be like, yo, why you came outside with that shirt with no tank top under? You like, damn, I don't got a tank top. So you like, damn, you supposed to have a tank top and put your shirt on. Like, yo, why you got mismatched socks? Why you doing that? Yo, yo, nah. And then you'll be the butt of the joke. You'll be snapped on. You're gonna get snapped on quick. So even with the whole Paul situation, it shows
Hmm.
structure. You ain't gonna just talking and just saying anything out your lip.
Right.
It has to have some type of consequence behind it. And that was Harlem, period. Like, yo, we gonna joke. It wasn't never no dirty and like just, you know what I mean? It was never that other shit. You know what I mean? It was never that.
Hmm.
Get money, you know what I mean? Stay positive. Stay
Uh,
honorable. Be honorable. Whether you cut a nigga ass or whatever, next time you gonna think, you're gonna be like, you know what? Let me put on a tank top next time. Let me clean. Let me make sure my socks is clean. You know what I mean? It
uh,
shapes you. Yo, my
all
friends
right.
got this. Let me get my shit together.
But what if like
They ain't gonna be calling me Dirty D. What you said?
I'm thinking like being a younger person, it's not your pockets, it's your parents, and you can't help how you look. Like, how are you supposed to deal with that? How are you
I'm,
supposed to get the tank top if your parents can't afford it?
no, you can afford a tank top. I'm not hearing that. If you got a shirt, you could get a tank top. We ain't doing that.
uh, uh, I'm
Fuck
just
that.
saying that like there were people that was less fortunate. You know that
It
I was
was,
one of
but
those people.
but you know what? You could look at it as be that less fortunate funny kid. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta
Mhm.
make the best out your marks. You gotta make the best out of it, out of everything.
You could walk out your house, and the minute that you hit the block, hit the street, game on. You don't even
Yeah,
gotta know someone just by somebody walking by. You get hit with a drive by, like, what's that, buddy? Like, oh, what is that? You like, oh, fuck. It never matters about like how much money it was or how much like you put emphasis on a brand. You could get roasted having a Louis on. You could get roasted
yeah,
having
doing too
Gucci on. You
much.
get
Yeah,
roasted having purple jeans. Anything. It doesn't matter. It's like you could get fucked up. Harlem is wilding out before wilding out was a thing. Like you
exactly,
just straight up
exactly. That's real shit.
roasting you. I've seen you roast people. I've seen people roast you. You pretty much have the tough skin. But like growing up in Harlem, someone who doesn't grow in Harlem, like when I go to different states, they be like, "Damn, why you joking so harsh? Like, why you gotta like?" They may say a joke about maybe one of my braids came out, and I'm joking on like, "Well, at least I could have hair." Harlem shapes you. It makes you prepared for shit like that because like
Yeah,
that's all it is. Like when I was living in Brooklyn when I was younger, I didn't have to worry about people talking about my clothes, talking
yeah.
about like my appearance. They
That's
cared more
Brooklyn.
about
Yeah,
we gonna go catch a joke and we were having fun. I get back to Harlem, and it's like people care about the appearance, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I had to change up. But
yeah,
getting back to you, what I want to say is that like you were just like you were my right hand in middle school, and I just never understood because you was doing it back then, but you never roasted me. You never did, and I'm like, all right, well, is it because you felt like I couldn't take it, or you just it was just the love for me? Like I'm not even gonna do it.
yo, I
I
don't
feel
know.
like you felt I couldn't take it because you knew I was a bum. And like, let's
Yo,
be honest, people who knew me back then knew. But
yo, you
you
was
hung out
just
with me. You never,
yeah, you was a cool
yeah.
guy, man. I always look at the other things. You know what I mean? Like you gotta look at the person, the character for real. You know what I mean? Even though you wasn't the
Mhm.
snapping guy, you was just one of those dudes. You used to do this thing with your pencil. I don't know if you still do it, but you do like this or whatever. And when you used to get, it's this face you used to make. When you used to,
God, God.
I know you remember getting put in the corners and all that, but it used to be a face you used to make. It used to just look so sad. I don't know, like you used to look sad, like, and that shit used to make me laugh because you used to. I could do it too. You used to be like that. Hey, wait, hold on, like a sad, like you was about to cry, yo. But I never
Yo,
looked at it like, yo, damn, like he dressed funny or whatever. He got a smell to him, a little cat smell. I never looked at it like that. I was like, nah, this nigga's cool. You know what I mean? He just, you know what I mean? We'd go to the dollar pizza spot. Me, you, it'd be all of us. We'd just have fun, you know. And that's
yeah,
what childhood is about for real. That's experiences that we could share. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I remember this dude, man. This was a cool cat. You know what I'm saying? We used to walk
right.
each other right here, and then you know what I mean? Then the after school, so it was always love. So as I used to look forward to seeing you. I was like, yo, damn, I hope Ty come. Damn, don't be sick today,
Yeah,
man.
I
You
know.
know how you look forward to seeing making the day seem more smoother than what it is. It was always that
Hmm.
for me. I used to
Yeah, you
always look
made
at that.
you made my junior high, my younger years when I came back to Harlem, you made it good for me because like I did struggle. I didn't have the latest like clothing, like I did get teased a lot in that time, but I was
Hmm.
always told I was handsome, but I just couldn't dress the part. And like people be joking and everybody be, look at what I got on today, but like you never did that to me. Like you let me be me, you laugh. You ever
Hmm.
saw Key and Peele? Like Key and Peele?
Yeah, I see.
But you know
I
how,
seen
like, if you remember an episode, there was where he had a burnt face and the other guy was being a comedian on the stage, so he'd be joking on everybody, and the dude that burnt be like, "Hey, come joke on me," and he'd be like, "No, no, I'm
it. He
good."
wasn't
So
joking
that's why I
on
always
it.
felt like maybe just DP just didn't do it because maybe you felt like I just was getting the ass whipping by everyone else. Like, oh damn, like they come at him, I'm not, and you will walk with me too and chill with me.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got into the eighth grade that I actually started like getting a little bit of like swag in me, and I wanted to change. And yeah, like my whole experience there, like I remember things got better for me just by kicking it with you, kicking it with Gio. Like I'm kicking it with motherfuckers that's fly, popular, and like get the joints, and that made me get points. So by the time I hit high school, I had a different version of myself. But at the like in the sixth grade, nigga, I struggled. I
Yeah.
was struggling,
Middle school.
but it was fun.
It was
Now speaking.
yes, yes, yes.
Speaking of back then, you didn't know. Here's two things I want to touch on. You didn't know that you taught me how to play ball.
Oh
you
shit. Word?
didn't
I
know
ain't
that,
know that. Nah, I didn't.
but
I
you used to take me to the park. We used to go to 108 Park, and we used to play ball. I didn't know
didn't.
how to play, but you was
Yeah, you
like,
was
I'll
trying to
act
show
like I
me.
did, but you be dead ass like making me play it. We'll even go in the fourth field like that
Mm-hmm.
was your thing, ball. And I'm like, damn, this nigga go hoop. So who better to get better at? You gotta be with people who know how to do it, and then like you do it. So I started playing ball and shit with you. Like we started playing ball to the point that I even tried to do the varsity team. I tried that shit.
You
I
tried
didn't
it?
make it. Yeah, I didn't make it. You did, but I
Oh
was
yeah, I
like,
made it. I made it. I made
yeah,
it. I was
you
about to
made
say
it.
I made
No, I didn't make
it.
it. I was sick though,
We
but
saw that little list on the thing.
in a little list,
Hello.
and you was like, I see y'all giving each other a pound. I go look, I ain't there, but I'm like, you like, it's alright, Ty, yo, you tried though, right?
You
But yeah, you
tried.
know, like, it's alright, I don't care. But it was the fact that enough that like just going to those practices and those drills, actually trying, because there was at a point I
Trying,
didn't know
yeah.
how to play at all. But
Mm.
like fucking around with you, going after school playing ball like that helped me. And then I was trying to jog your memory. I did talk about it on a different video where I
Mm-hmm.
told the story about how the teachers got the last laugh and didn't let me graduate. So
Oh, yo,
I
I
was
was sad when that shit
I
happened,
was
Todd.
I was trying to like jog you up on it. I was just like, damn, you remember this shit? You like, yeah, I
Yo.
remember. Lou." But like for me, like yeah, I was sad too. For me, it was more like that stuck with me in life. And like when we was talking about it, yeah, I appreciated that you didn't look at it the way that I did. But as a kid, you know, you growing up, like different episodes in your life, like it sticks with you and makes you traumatized. Like it brings trauma to you. But that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that you have to take it as a L, like a loss. You could take it as a
Don't.
lesson and learn
Yes,
from it.
yes. Yep,
So
that's right.
when I didn't graduate, yeah, like I was on that stage. I don't remember how I felt. I just remember looking at my father with the camera, and I looked at the teachers, had a few smirks, and every kid is like pointing, like, ah! I'm just sitting there like, I didn't
Yo.
cry. I had to hold that shit like for dear life. Like, Lord, I can't cry up here. Everybody's
Can't cry.
watching. Can't cry. Like I was so
Yo.
numb I couldn't cry. I
Yep.
don't. Like I just remember like talking to y'all. Y'all was on your way to BBQs, and like I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't really talk because my voice was
Flow.
going crack. My voice
Yo,
was going
that's.
crack. And you was like, "Yo, Ty, it's alright, bro. Like, I'm gonna see you later." Though. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah." And I couldn't talk. I'm like, "You like, I
Damn.
get it." I had to walk. I had to walk with that for like probably like a year or so, and then it was high school right after that. So I was like, "Nah, I became a beast. Like, fuck that."
Yo.
But yeah, it sounds like that.
Yeah, that was a moment for both of us. Like I was like, damn, you should have came out with us to BBQs though, man. It would have been a movie. That shit would.
Why? I didn't graduate. What the?
That's why you should have, nigga. Like, come, like, you still get a drink, like, word.
Yo, that shit was hurtful. But um, I tell that story like to laugh at it, but like laugh at my pain stuff. But I also tell the story so someone gonna understand is that like when you young, you don't
Mm-hmm.
know what life is gonna be like. You just know that those moments is what you look at.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
if I knew what that shit would have done to me, like emotionally, like on the mental side, I probably would have done different. But then again, it happened the way the universe wanted it to. That's how it happened.
Yeah,
And like I don't fault them because it made me want to be better. Like now I have a bachelor's and right now I'm in school for my master's and I'm about to be a therapist. So like shit like that painful experience channel my energy to help someone else out there
tough.
just get some guidance. So you being funny you being a person that's a comedian, a person that makes someone's day brighter. People get to watch you up there, rub elbows with celebrities or influencers and content creators, and you
Mm-hmm.
make somebody's day for an hour or so. Like, damn, I
Yeah.
didn't know how to see DP today. You never know who's watching you behind that screen. Obama could be watching you. Like, you know what? DP is phenomenal guy. Just want to
Nah,
shit
dead
like that.
ass. Nah, you never know.
You
I
never
was,
know who's watching.
yep,
I got
that's
an
true.
email the other day, and I was like, this mentor of mine that like I didn't give them my page info, but they found me through the algorithm, and they emailed me and said, Tyreek, I'm so proud of you, and like I want you to keep going, and I was just like, who the fuck is this? But
Mm.
then when they gave me the number and I FaceTimed them, like it was a mentor of mine that like helped me out when I was in high school, helped me actually
See?
get the diploma, and I was like, oh wow, I love this girl right here. Like this is
See?
a homie. You never know, but like and that's what for y'all because you guys have a huge audience and you say you got things going, um,
Yep.
so you never know. I want to wrap this up with this. I want to ask you with everything that you got going on.
Mm.
You're a dad, you work, you do podcasting. For your mental state and your mental health, how do you do self care? How do you take care of yourself?
Um, I keep myself level headed by I actually it's my son. It's really he the glue to everything. You know what I mean? Like my son and my mom. My mom got sick or whatever, so it was more so family, like realizing like, damn, this shit could be over like this. You know what I mean? You gotta appreciate certain things because there's always somebody else that got something less going on, less fortunate. So I look at that plus my son, and then that shit motivate me, bro. I talk to myself anyway. You know what I mean? I tell myself what not to do. You know what I mean? Just being ahead of the game, ahead of the curve, being able to tell yourself, you know what? That's not it. It's consequences if I do this, if I do that. Just being aware, you gonna always be ahead of the curve. Free space, man. Don't stress too much. That's why that shit is real. But it's
That
my
shit is
son
real.
though. Yeah, just trying to have a balance. Like I told this girl, I said, oh, she said, oh, you probably got all these other bitches. I'm like, nah, but it ain't even about that. You know what I mean? I think as you get older, you look at like, I'm wondering, it's more important shit that's on my head. Like, yo, damn, I gotta do this. I work. I still work at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm on child support too. Damn, I wonder what my son doing in school. It be mad shit. It's a plethora of things. Yo, let me check on my pops. Let me check on my
Right.
brother. You know what I mean? It's a book bag that you gotta hold on to, and
Yeah.
it sticks on you. You know what I mean? So it's now that I'm grown, it's like certain shit don't even matter to me no more. As I was saying earlier, I was like, yo, I block all that out. Like it's more important shit I got going on. But that's what
Mm.
it is though. It's really my son though.
I don't have kids yet, maybe one day, but I got a lot of nieces and nephews.
Yeah, it's
They
the
could be a
kids. It's the
handful.
kids.
Yeah. I mean, like for me, it's this. It's interacting with people who know me, before the world knew me. Like people
Mm-hmm.
who knew me, when, I didn't have an image. I didn't, have anything but just me. Like stuff like that. Like I talked to my sisters, talked to my brothers, talked to my friends. I read books. Like
Mm-hmm.
I watch videos, movies. I know you got a show coming up.
Yeah,
Tell us
we can
about it. No
continue. Yeah,
Funny
yeah,
Shit
we can
podcast.
always. I got you. We can always continue this. I got you. I told you that. I got my other show. Well, I got to go in the studio in another hour or two or whatever. So
Yeah.
we gonna talk about this. You know what I mean? Because I got up and coming events happening or whatever. We got merch. We also got a merch line. We got a website or whatever. NoFunnyShit.com. You know what I'm saying? So you can
Mhm.
also tune in and get your merch up, get your gear up. You know what I mean? It's cheap too for the low. Shouts to SOBs. King is going to be in the building. Shouts to KP. Shouts to the No Funny Shit Show. And we here now.
And
Word.
we
Shouts to
here
Ty.
now.
Word.
Shout out to you, DP. I love you. You know
Yo, I
that.
love you too, Brody. You
We've
already.
been, long, long, long life friends. That's
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy. And
Yep.
I'm gonna watch you on the TV. That concludes another episode of Let's Talk About It. Don't forget you can tune in every week as they drop. Like it. You can follow me, and if you feeling like what we doing, make sure show love to the channel. With
For
that being
sure.
said, love y'all, miss y'all, peace.